Law of attraction. The law of attraction is among the eldest all-inclusive laws. It just intends to portray that whatever conditions we face in our life are the consequence of what we thought from quite a while ago. Contemplations rule our psyches. They need to show up in our life. The conditions we face, the individuals we meet, the connections we make, the money we make, the house we live in, these are all the result of what we have been thinking, with a touch more focus, or only saying what we have been thinking about the most. Have you at any point seen when you blow up or are disappointed in the first part of the day, it frequently happens that your entire day sucks? The entire day sucks part is a marvel that is occurring in light of the fact that we pulled it in the first part of the day. What is the law of attraction? The law of attraction is a conviction or hypothesis that like attracts like, and that by concentrating on positive or negative musings, one can realize positive or negative outcomes. Talking in no time, I will characterize the law of attraction in one line. What we think, we show. It's basic. We draw in our day-by-day existence with our considerations and sentiments. For instance, on the off chance that we continue imagining that we have no cash in our financial balance, we will pull in no cash in our life. Likewise, on the off chance that we feel discouraged because of the remaining task at hand or different nerves, we will be inviting more misery and tensions. So we are utilizing this widespread law constantly, regardless of whether we know it or not. Things occurring in our everyday lives are because of this law of attraction. What does science say? Thomas Torward, who was among one of the serious leaders of the New Thought movement, asserted that thought goes before the physical structure, and that the activity of mind plants that core which, wherever permitted to develop undisturbed, will in the end draw into itself all the conditions fundamental for its appearance in outward obvious structure. Later on, metaphysicians likewise bolstered the presence of the law of attraction in our day-to-day life. From that point forward, the appearance of the book The Secret raised extraordinary interest in social orders and strict convictions. So the law of attraction is substantially more about your overall outlook. In the event that you're earnestly ready to submit to the principles of the law, you will find that you can get anything in your life that you want to accomplish. Applying the law of attraction is the after effect of examining it. The more legit you are with yourself, and the more you get it, the simpler it becomes. And afterward, applying the law of attraction happens normally. Generally, utilizing the law of attraction a great deal is like defeating a fear. Contingent upon your circumstance, on occasion, it might feel unnerving to confront reality. However, you will conquer this inclination and supplant it with overpowering bliss and certainty. Applying the law of attraction takes work and devotion, just as persistence and trustworthiness. You should be eager to confront the entirety of your flaws and disappointments and to excuse past attacks of outrage and hatred. At long last, applying the law of attraction necessitates that you change the manner in which you utilize your feelings. We do this through our thoughts, and however it might appear to be steep from the start, with training, you will see exactly how straightforward and groundbreaking the celestial move in your awareness is. To delineate how applying the law of attraction functions, consider riding a bicycle over an incline off the edge of a precipice with a parachute on your back. This is either a startling idea, very much with fear being the feeling connected to the view, or an exciting and energizing idea. For what reason would somebody do this? The appropriate response is on the grounds that for them, the sentiment of thrill, excitement, supersedes the feeling of fear. The basic move in what they center their considerations around decides the feelings they feel, which decides the occasion that happens. The individual feels the surge of energy as a wave over their awareness before ever jumping on the bicycle. They live the inclination in their psyche first, through their considerations and sentiments. Right now, the law of attraction empowers them to do what numerous individuals won't. At the point when you initially gain proficiency with the specialty of applying the law of attraction into your life, it is, in every case, best to watch for yourself how flawlessly your states of mind change into and out of one another. A few people like to make a state of mind journal, where they just record on a notepad what their demeanor is as of now. Each time they notice a mindset change, they record it alongside what they feel caused the temperament move. The simple system is incredible for novices to outline the intensity of states of mind and emotions in their lives. For it will get obvious in a couple of days of this record keeping exactly how much force your sentiments have, and thusly how imprudently a great many people are in who and what they permit to change the manner in which they feel. On the off coincidence that you've at any point had a bad day, you can relate to this idea. For the vast majority, an extraordinary day can be ruined by one non-wanted occasion. It tends to be as straightforward and unimportant as somebody leaving the toilet seat up or taking your parking spot. Bam! Much the same as that, our sentiments move to outrage, and our positive mindset slides into a negative mindset, which can just lead, under the law of attraction, to more occasions in your day that will make it worse. Applying the law of attraction is understanding that all of our emotions are signs to the universe. The main job of the universe is to react to these signs by giving out what it has gotten. So on the off chance that you're feeling furious, at that point, without a doubt, more things will happen that will cause you to feel upset, in light of the fact that that's the sign you sent out. This implies to each conceivable feeling, managing each aspect of human enthusiasm, including money, well-being, connections, and so on. Put in a couple of days of making a state of mind log. Glance back at your outcomes toward the week's end and watch the best and more regrettable states of mind you had all through this activity. Record on another bit of paper which of these temperaments you would want to feel constantly. Experience your log and classify positive sentiments from destructive ones. Distinguish what occasions changed your demeanor from good to bad. Presently, invest some energy remaking those occasions in your psyche. Return there intellectually and figure out how to protect your positive state of mind in spite of the awful occurrence. This is one of the keys to applying the law of attraction. Figuring out how to protect the positive emotions you make inside yourself in spite of what the world outside tosses at you. At the point when you have aced this procedure, you've completely comprehended that you are not a casualty of the world, helpless before condition, since you have the decision and the force in each moment of your day to choose how you feel, and thus what you pull in. Applying the law of attraction is controlling how you feel. As a child cries since it wouldn't like to invest the energy to accomplish something inside their capacity, so individuals utilize their feelings to pick up the consideration of a higher force, or others to do what they would prefer not to do. This relationship is amazingly right, and we've all been liable for these enthusiastic hissy fits at some point in our lives. Applying the law of attraction at that point is developing as an enthusiastic practice. Understanding the way that whatever we believe we pull in, it becomes obvious exactly how valuable our thoughts and emotions are. They can be utilized intentionally as devices for creation or unknowingly as weapons for pulverization. It is, consequently, your business to bridle this force inside of yourself, and it starts with figuring out how to feel better no matter what. Another incredible strategy in applying the law of attraction is essentially to feel appreciative. A few people are so used to feeling awful, it's difficult to feel directly about anything. Right now, the law of attraction starts with feeling appreciative of everything that is certain in their life. This can be as little as having the option to relax. The significant thing is to feel that it is so acceptable to have the option to relax. Figure out how to feel the sentiments of appreciation, and you will show yourself how to feel better. By concentrate on what you care most for, and those sentiments of affection and appreciation, you pull in a greater amount of what you love back. It is, in every case, better to burn through your enthusiastic effort on what you need over what you don't need. Give it for yourself and make a go at a mentality of appreciation. You will before long learn exactly how incredible those two enchantment expressions of thank you truly are. The procedures for applying the law of attraction are as assorted as the individuals who use them. With some idea, you will think of the one-of-a-kind strategies that work for you. The primary concern here is that applying the law of attraction is learning the approaches to feel great in your life, and afterward guarding those sentiments as you protect your wallet. By getting mindful of your states of mind and feelings, you can utilize your musings in applying the law of attraction. We have direct power over our considerations. Regardless of whether something negative transpires, we, despite everything, have power. It requires exertion to apply the law of attraction in deciding not to respond to something negative with a negative inclination. However, that is the thing that utilizing the law of attraction is, assuming liability for our feelings. You are a grown-up figuring out how to turn into an enthusiastic grown-up, and it is difficult. But it is straightforward, it just takes work. It does, notwithstanding, get increasingly easier, and truth be told, in the long run, turns into a propensity. While applying the law of attraction turns into a propensity, well, that's when life starts to thrive for you. At the point when you have the certainty to confront the day, realizing nothing can cause you to feel bad in light of the fact that you won't permit it to. At that point, when you feel incredible, basically in light of the fact that you choose to fix your contemplations on something you love and clutch that feeling throughout the day, at the point when you decide to relinquish past abhorrences and jealousies, since you realize those negative sentiments will just return to you as antagonistic conditions, rather deciding to feel how appreciative you are for what you as of now have. That is while applying the law of attraction is enjoyable. That is when utilizing the law of attraction is energizing. That is when utilizing the law of attraction starts to work and show up in your life. Greatest myths about the law of attraction. The law of attraction has got a lot of media consideration as of late. On account of the motion picture The Secret and the consequent blast of TV, print media, and web inclusion, almost everybody in Western culture has heard the expression law of attraction. Most individuals, nonetheless, have gotten just pieces and deficient data to a great extent, and don't have a strong comprehension of how the law functions. This has prompted a far-reaching misconception of how the law of attraction truly works, or whether it even works at all by any means. Many individuals feel a profound reverberation when they are informed that they make their existence. They perceive reality right now. Notwithstanding, they frequently, immediately become disappointed when they're presented to fragmented data and legends and can't make it work. They know that there's something to this, they can feel it, yet they don't have the foggiest idea how to utilize it. How about we rapidly travel through the absolute greatest myth? Fantasy number 1. The law of attraction is an enchantment. The myth. The law of attraction backers will reveal to you that you should simply think emphatically, and whatever you need will simply come to you. This isn't right, since things like money, cars, and houses don't just show up out of nowhere. The myth debunked. No one with a genuine comprehension of the law of attraction has ever guaranteed that in the event that you think a positive idea, a house with $1 million on the kitchen table and a Ferrari in the carport will drop out of the sky directly before you. This is typically a statement used by individuals attempting to guarantee that the law of attraction is a trick. Be that as it may, the statement isn't right. That isn't the way the law of attraction works by any means. The law of attraction doesn't simply fall into your lap. It brings you gatherings with just the correct individuals at the correct time, splendid thoughts, and fortuitous events. You must focus on those thoughts, follow your hunches, and perceive the mishaps. For instance, you'd prefer to get a house. The law of attraction gives you the knowledge to pass through a particular neighborhood that you don't normally pass through. You see a house with a for sale sign in the yard. The house looks great, and aside from you're almost certain it's completely out of your price range. You choose to stop and knock on the door anyway. It turns out the proprietors are a wonderful couple who are moving to Australia in a month. You and they hit it off, and they choose to offer you the lease on terms that you can bear. They actually need you to live there. Along these lines, you get the ideal house at a value you're ready to pay under conditions that you never could have anticipated. Did it drop directly into your lap? All things considered, not truly, no. Be that as it may, if you've been focused and followed these bits of knowledge and driving forces that the universe was conveying to you, it could have appeared to be nearly as though it had. This is the means by which the law of attraction brings you things. It finds whatever you're searching for that is additionally searching for you, and unites you through a progression of immaculate occasions, bits of knowledge, and hunches. Fantasy number 2. All you need to do is imagine. The myth. The law of attraction is just about representation. That's the reason they instruct you to make vision boards and such. You just look at the things you need and they'll come to you. The myth debunked. This one is somewhat valid. A representation can be a significant instrument you use to prepare yourself to make what you need. It isn't the representation that makes it, however. You make it through the vibration you put out. The wave you give is dictated by the musings you routinely think, your convictions. Perception can assist you with retraining your emotions, yet there's substantially more to it than that. On the off chance that you envision a wonderful car, if you have the conviction that you'll never get a car like that, you can envision it all day, but the vehicle won't appear. How would you know whether you harbor a clashing conviction? You can judge by the manner in which you feel when you imagine. On the off chance that it feels great to envision the vehicle and the whole perception is clear, you're progressing admirably. But if it feels somewhat off and your review takes somewhat of a negative turn, then you are revealing that you have some negative convictions. For instance, if you start thinking about how you're going to manage the cost of the payments, that would highlight a belief that says, I can't afford the cost of another vehicle. Or you might start thinking about how your kids will destroy the new seats. Well, that would highlight a belief that you can't have nice things and they generally get demolished. So why bother in any case? Perception is an important instrument in appearance. However, it isn't simply the creation procedure. Fantasy number 3. The law of attraction is new. The myth. If the law of attraction is a law, for what reason hasn't anybody found it yet? This is only some new prevailing fashion. The myth debunked. The law of attraction isn't new. It's been around since the start of, everything. It very well may be contended that it's the most seasoned law in the universe. The explanation that such huge numbers of individuals are finding about it now is that an ever-increasing number of individuals are awakening and acknowledging, or if nothing else, at least taking a look at what their identity is. More individuals are requesting this data than at any other time in history, and subsequently, the law of attraction must bring them more answers than any time in recent memory. There are a larger number of books composed regarding this matter than we've at any point seen. On account of the web, individuals can discover answers to their inquiries right away. The data isn't new. We're just requesting and ready to get more data, and at a faster rate than at any other time. Additionally, we are living in a period where the greater part of us can talk about otherworldly issues and universal laws transparently unafraid of being scorched in question or battered to the point of death. The entirety of this has permitted the possibility of the law of attraction to spread at a remarkable rate. Fantasy number 4. The law of attraction is non-Christian. The myth. I'm a Christian, and in this manner, I can't believe in the law of attraction. This is only a lot of New Age stuff that contends with Christian convictions. The myth debunked. This one couldn't possibly be more off base. There are several entries in the Bible that allude to the law of attraction. A portion of these sections can be followed back to right around 3,000 years. Jesus stated, "The sky is the limit to him who accepts. And he that believeth in me, the works that I do will he likewise do, and more prominent works than these will he do." Here's a couple of additional ones. As a man thinketh, so he is. Proverbs 23:7. It is through the reasoning that man frames what he has throughout everyday life. That's also Proverbs 23:7. For everybody who asks gets. He who looks for finds. And to him who knocks, the entryway will be opened. Matthew 7:8. These and numerous different truisms, much the same as them, bolster the rule that your considerations make your world, and you can make anything you need. The fact of the matter is that Christianity and the law of attraction are not founded on inalienably clashing standards. There are presently many websites committed to the investigation of the law of attraction from a Christian perspective. Fantasy number 5. I need to plan something to make the law of attraction work. The myth. You need to realize how the law of attraction really is meant to be used. On the off chance that it isn't working for you, you should just get rid of it. The myth debunked. This is another legend that depends on a total misconception of how the law of attraction functions. There's nothing you want to do, or truth be told you can do, to make the law of attraction work. Similarly, there's nothing you need to do or can do to make gravity work. It just works. That's the reason it's known as a law. You make your world. Every last bit of it, constantly. You can't resist. You're a lean, mean, creating machine. All that you see around you, each individual in your life, everything in your existence is there in light of the vibration you offer. There's nothing you need to do to make that procedure work, nor would you be able to stop it. That is the reason nobody can guarantee that it isn't working for you. It can't not work for you. The issue emerges when individuals are creating naturally, which frequently brings those things they don't need, rather than making things intentionally. Your main responsibility is to recall how to make deliberately, to recollect exactly how amazing you are. That is it. Furthermore, it shouldn't be difficult to work. It should be entertaining. On the off chance that you're not having a great time, then you're treating it terribly. Fantasy number 6. Thoughts are perilous. You need to control every idea you think. The myth. You need to control every thought you think. On the off chance that you accept negative thinking or get scared of something, you immediately make that. So watch everything you think. The myth debunked. While the facts confirm that each idea has the ability to make something, there's 2 main reasons why you don't need to fear your fantasies. Initial. One little idea doesn't have such a lot of intensity. The force originates from thoroughly considering a similar thought over and over again until it's a conviction. The more you think an idea and trust it, the more it influences your vibration, and it's this vibration that pulls in your indications. The law of attraction reacts to your vibration, not the words you've said or thought. In spite of the fact that notice that your words and considerations can influence your vibration. Second, we have this phenomenal thing called time. There is a period cradle between offering a vibration and accepting a sign. And having in mind that a significant number of us frequently revile this time cushion in our eagerness to create the things we want, it is actually unbelievably valuable. Things don't occur quickly, which is as it should be. You have the opportunity to see in case you're harboring any clashing convictions or are offering a vibration that doesn't serve you. For instance, in case you're driving down the road and have an irregular idea, I hope I don't get in an accident. You may recollect perusing someplace that the universe and your intuition don't comprehend negative explanations. So you simply put, I trust I will get in an accident, out there. In this way, you would be wise to suck that idea directly back in, or else you'll have an accident. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. On the off chance that you have a thought like that, it doesn't mean that you're immediately going to create an accident. But what it does do is show that you harbor a hidden conviction that driving is risky or perhaps unsafe. That may reveal that you do have a vibration happening, that there's a possibility you could get in an accident. However, your vibration isn't going to immediately start coordinating an accident happening. If beneath that you have a conviction that you're protected and safe in general, you'll be fine. Assuming in any case you do harbor such a conviction, the only way that this would actually create in your reality is if you frame that with many, many recurring thoughts for many, many days about how natural it is to get into an accident, how driving is dangerous. If you're frequently looking at reports about other accidents happening, discussing these, As you can see, you're putting a lot of intention and focus into this belief centered around accidents and safety. Now, if you're contemplating these things at that level of regularity, then you are shaping your vibration and you are much more likely to attract an accident. Fantasy number 7. The law of attraction creates childishness. The myth. The law of attraction encourages individuals to concentrate on themselves and how they feel before concentrating on others. This is narrow-minded and childish. The myth debunked. This myth and the conviction that we should be sacrificial has caused more burnout among individuals with extraordinary expectations than anything else. The law of attraction teaches childishness, yet self-centeredness has gotten a dreadful rap. There's an immense distinction between stepping over people to get what you need, which is the thing that numerous individuals consider when they hear the words narrow-minded, and not permitting conditions and others to influence your satisfaction. Giving of yourself with no respect to how you feel until there's nothing left except a vacant husk is neither righteous nor essential. The decisions are not simply between being a liberal holy person or a total jerk. The self-centeredness that the law of attraction instructs is benevolent. In such, for example, it would permit a mother with 3 young children to perceive when she's turning out to be overpowered and burn out, and give herself permission to wash up, recharge her batteries, without feeling regretful about it. She then returns to her children invigorated and feeling better. Do you think this will damage or profit her kids? In the event that we deal with ourselves, we have quite a lot more to give others. When we center around our satisfaction, we can elevate others and really help them, rather than just sympathizing with them in their hopelessness and trying to support them in being stuck in that vibration. The more narrow-minded we are, the more upbeat we become, the more grounded and increasingly immovable we remain in our vibration of satisfaction. Then the more we can actually give to others, the more we can provide for others without exhausting ourselves. The basis of the law of attraction. Initially, you should ask, should you realize what you need to accomplish and ask yourself, what is it I need throughout everyday life? The universe can't convey without first recognizing what it is that you need to have shown in your life. You have the option to approach inquiries for yourself and answer them with genuineness. The universe is characterized as the encompassing nature you put yourself in. Accept. You have to genuinely accept that what you are requesting will turn into yours. Questions should be pushed away. The possibility that disappointment is a chance will wreck the message. Receive. You should turn into a functioning player in arriving at your objectives. Whenever an open door comes to your direction, you should not stop for a second. Why you've not gotten the law of attraction to work for you. I have a lot of information about this subject, and it's one of the hardest to clarify in a way that individuals know and see how to apply it into their life. Numerous readers may inquire as to why they can't get the law of attraction to work for them. They read, study, and practice what numerous instructors guide them to do, but despite everything, they can't show their wants in everyday life. The appropriate response is basic, and I'll be gruff about it. You can't control the law of attraction unless you can deal with your psyche. That is all. Your ego most likely doesn't care for this announcement and will reveal to you it's not valid. Your ego will permit you to use this and will endeavor to have it rejected from your psyche as you move on to different thoughts. As usual, it is your decision to understand this. At that point, know it. At that point, apply it to your life. Some purported masters sell the law of attraction as a provocative, better approach to get what you need in everyday life. And also, they make huge amounts of cash with their courses and projects. There is no uncertainty that the law of attraction is genuine. It generally works no matter what and is available to you on request. Yet you must have a sufficiently high degree of control of your psyche to make it work. That's what those law of attraction masters are making so much money doing. Albert Einstein stated, "You can't take care of any issue with a similar mentality to the one that made it." That is so true. When you figure out how to think the correct way and start to control your brain for periods of time, you access the boundless capability of all that you need in life through an adjustment in your attitude. In our present reality, our capacities to focus are essentially non-existent and appear to get shorter all the time in the cutting-edge society we live in. This apparently mystical source, called the law of attraction, is a demonstrated actuality of quantum science, and it is accessible to us as a natural law, like the law of gravity. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that on the off chance that you trip and fall, the law of gravity is going to make you hit the ground. The law of attraction is similarly as incredible and genuine as the law of gravity. It expresses that what you center most your thoughts on, what you center your sentiments around the most, and how you for the most part act is exactly what sort of conditions, occasions, individual, and style of life you will draw in and live with day by day, week after week, year after year. Again, the law of attraction never neglects to work. It influences every individual on the planet, and it is a demonstrated logical reality. We may not see all the logical standards of it, yet that doesn't change the way that it works. Furthermore, in this manner, it has rules. Rule 1. You should control your brain and considerations. There's no reason for learning Rule 2 on the off chance that you can't move beyond Rule 1. Your ego didn't care for that, did it? The truth of the matter is your considerations and emotions and activities have characterized definitely the kind of life you're living as you read these words. Where you are currently is an immediate after effect of all your past musings, sentiments, and moves you've made so far. You have to accept and acknowledge this fact, and you have to know it is your existence. Contemplate this for a minute. See where you are correct now through everyday life. You are correct where you put yourself utilizing the law of attraction without knowing it. Just when you acknowledge the truth of this fact, would you be able to start to utilize the law of attraction deliberately, not mishap, as a great many people have done a large portion of their lives. Be that as it may, you can't utilize this law on the off chance that you're not the controller of your considerations and emotions. In the first place, you may just have the option to control your considerations for 15 seconds. It doesn't make a difference. To start to have the option to watch you controlling your thoughts is the initial step to figuring out how to make the law of attraction work. At the point when you figure out how to control your contemplations for 15 seconds, it will rapidly transform into 30 seconds. At that point, a minute, then 5 minutes, and then longer. At the point when you find a good pace, you can feel the distinction and control you will have. In these short bursts of control, that's the point at which you have the ability to utilize the law of attraction deliberately. The entirety of my teaching should assist you with learning the facts of self-disclosure and living with care, which thusly will permit you to start using the law of attraction in the right way that will bring you what you want throughout everyday life. Outside of these present snapshots of cognizance, the law of attraction isn't accessible to you on purpose. You are utilizing it unwittingly, as you've constantly done, to keep you thinking similar considerations and sentiments you've ever had, and kept you right where you are in life, as yet pulling in very similar things you've constantly drawn. Would you be able to envision all the incredible things you can start to bring into your life during these times of controlling your brain and utilizing the law of attraction intentionally? This is the point at which the law of attraction starts to work for you and permits you to begin to structure and make what sort of life you want to live. Furthermore, when you work on being in charge in your present moment, the time you can hold this control multiplies on the grounds that you can see and feel the distinction in your mindfulness and awareness. Your mind is working at its most elevated level when you are in charge and giving your subliminal, explicit headings through your considerations and sentiments. It is right now your intuitive brain concludes this is the thing that you need in life when you utilize the law of attraction intentionally, and it will move heaven and earth to bring your wants into your world. This is the point at which you have the law of attraction working for you at rapid pace, at the point when you control your contemplations and emotions. Your subliminal psyche consistently acknowledges the finishes of your cognizant brain and is there for you when you're in your present moment, in your now. You currently are the point at which you can utilize the law of attraction. At the point when we slip into our ordinary alert, however, our snoozing perspective, which is loaded up with bedlam and common trash, we lose control of our regular condition of cognizance, and the law of attraction isn't accessible to us as of now intentionally. It is as yet working and pulling in a greater amount of our current life, yet not necessarily what we want to draw in. It is drawing in a greater amount of what we have consistently gotten. Utilizing the law of attraction is certainly not a mystery. It isn't muddled. It is only a characteristic law of life we can figure out how to use by controlling our contemplations and sentiments, even if just for a brief time frame, to start to structure and make our future. The objective of using the law of attraction isn't to need, however, to start to recognize what you want genuinely. It is to structure and make the existence you need in your controlled psyche. At that point, demonstration, and feel as though it is as of now yours from the minute forward and is genuine. At that point, trust it will come to you and let it proceed to permit it to happen when, where, and how God, higher power, or the universe chooses. The when, where, and how isn't your choice and not for you to stress over. Your lone activity is knowing completely that you, as of now, have it since you planned and made it in your psyche, and that it is coming and searching for the open doors that will without a doubt be displayed to you to make it show up in your physical world. The greater part of us center just on what's going on outside of our life. Start to concentrate on what's going on within your life, moreover. Keep in mind, what you want is, as of now, framed in your life the moment you structure it and make it in your creative mind with controlled musings and emotions, and utilizing the 5 faculties to see it in your life previously occurring and knowing it is yours. For instance, on the chance that you want a new house, take a couple of moments in a peaceful place and envision everything about this home you need in your psyche. Perceive how excellent it looks from the road. If it's not too much trouble, approach it in your creative mind and see the lovely yard and smell the new cut grass. See yourself opening the front entryway and strolling inside, seeing all the wonderful furnishings and dividers and floors. Stroll into the kitchen and see the new steel appliances, the marble countertops, and the wood floors. Open the drawers and see all the beautiful dishes and flatware. Go into the bedroom and see the colossal, beautiful bed with rich blankets and a bay window. Stroll into your closet and see how many gorgeous outfits and shoes you have arranged inside there. See yourself going out onto the deck in the back and notice the big barbecue, the open-air bar. Look over at the pool and see the sparkling water. Notice how incredible it feels for you to live in and possess this wonderful home. See your children getting a charge out of this extraordinary home and the amount they love it. See yourself engaging your loved ones on vacations and how pleased you are of this excellent home. This is a concise portrayal of how to plan what you need in life utilizing the law of attraction, and I would encourage you to broadly expound. For example, experiencing each room and envisioning it in your psyche with these significant considerations and sentiments. My point is that the more detail you envision in your psyche with controlled sentiments and feelings on purpose, the more remarkable your message to your subliminal brain of what you want will be. You can structure and make anything you desire in your brain, utilizing your creative mind. At the point when you include incredible detail with innovative considerations and emotions and mental pictures on purpose with a controlled mind, you send an amazing message to your subliminal brain that this is the thing that you need. When you have structured and made this craving in your brain in detail, it springs up on the grounds that you utilize controlled contemplations and sentiments to send the message to your psyche. This is currently real for you. You can know it is real since you've seen it in your brain in incredible detail with an elevated level of reasoning and feeling. By then, it is real. It may not be here in your physical reality, yet however, it is without a doubt a genuine article in your brain, and you feel it the minute you make it. Keep this specific want in your psyche and remake it the same number of times as you can in the coming days, weeks, and months with similar contemplations, sentiments, feelings, and subtleties. You can use this method to plan and make anything you desire in life, whether it is finding the love of your life, finding a new career, new cars, more money, better health, helping others, anything your psyche can envision and concentrate on that you're enthusiastic about. Nobody on earth can prevent you from comprehending what you decide to want in life is coming to you. Your main responsibility is to choose the perspective that you are going to allow your brain to bring all that you know is yours to come into your life genuinely. Tell your intuitive psyche you currently permit it to bring all you want into your genuine life at whatever point it is prepared to convey it. Your activity isn't how or when it will come. Your main responsibility is to start to see it coming. Envision what you can do with this gift. The law of attraction is the most excellent blessing we have been given throughout everyday life. So not many on the planet know about it and have the skill to utilize it accurately. Yet. But you can be the first to put it into motion for yourself and then spread it to others.